Hey, what's up guys, Thomas Fridger here. Today's video is going to be, I don't know what the video is going to be today guys, that as we're still waiting for some tracks, to release. We still haven't got no teasers yet as of yet guys, so yeah, I'm not too sure when Ed is going to release some tracks. It could be any day, any week, any month, I think. Yeah. I'm not too sure when some tracks are coming. I do wish Ed teased a little bit more with with the Equals era, for example, with Bad Habits, especially with Bad Habits, but we just don't know when Ed's coming. We just don't know when Ed's coming back to release some tracks. We know that Ed's got intimate shows in under 2 weeks now, on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of January. But I don't know. We're just all waiting now. All just waiting for the release of some tracks, or maybe a single of some tracks. We don't know when Subtracks is coming, guys, pretty much. And yeah, this is not a Road to Subtracks video whatsoever. It's just me just making this video up from the spot, pretty much. Yeah, and I don't know. I do want to go do other stuff on the channel rather than Ed Sheeran stuff, because pretty much we got nothing, and I think we won't get as much as this year as the 2022 and 2021, because I think Ed will come back and release some tracks, and then he'll go on tour again in Australia, New Zealand, then America, and then maybe South America near the end of the year. And I think Ed's going to mostly tour this year, so the content of Ed is not going to be as much this year. I don't know guys, but I do want to still do Ed Sheeran content, of course, because it's what I love to talk about, Ed Sheeran, all the time, pretty much. Yeah, and I know you guys can relate as well to me. I do think a few collabs are coming this year as well. We've got the Sam Smith collab, Who We Love, coming the 27th of January, which I cannot wait for, guys. Yeah, potentially the Cradle of Filth collab coming soon as well this year. Maybe Quangface collab, maybe Kodak Black collab. I'm not too sure, guys. I'm not too sure. Maybe the J Balvin projects as well, but I don't know, guys. We still don't know about that project. The Ed and J Balvin project this year is Subtracks is coming this year. Whenever it's coming, I don't know, guys. But I understand that Ed's got an idea to release Subtracks. We all thought New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at 12 midnight UK time, but no, nothing. And 10 days into 2023, still nothing. And still nothing, pretty much. And I understand that Ed could be working on the promotion of Subtracks, but when's the promo coming? It feels weird, because we're used to promo of stuff, and I just wish Ed indicated when it's coming, a little indication of when Subtracks is coming, pretty much. And with Equals, not that soon, but soon, and all that. And Ed kept commenting on fan pages back in, it was with Afterglow, and then with Bad Habits as well, pretty much. But now it's just silent, and it's weird. But it's just, I don't know, we're just used to so much stuff now, pretty much, and it feels I do think potentially over this year is going to be quiet mostly now. When Subtracks comes out, we'll have the music videos, of course, but it's just going to be releasing. Ed's just going to tour, and maybe a few collabs this year, and that's it, I think. And which is good that Ed's still touring, of course. That's his main drive, but that's his main thing, is touring. And yeah, but I understand we've got so much stuff in 2022 and 2021 as well, yeah. And after Subtracks, the first version of Subtracks, maybe potentially we could get a side project or two, like the J Balvin project, potentially. Hopefully we still get the J Balvin project this year, in the summer of 2023. We still need to get Subtracks. Well, I thought the J Balvin project would be out last year, but no sign of that last year, or maybe this year, hopefully. But I don't want to get my hopes up. With Subtracks, we just don't know when Subtracks is coming, And I do wish we had an indication, like a little tease or something, but there's no little teasers, like just change the profile pictures from white to yellow, or the bio of 2023 to change the bio from 2023 to nothing. I don't know. Still nothing. And yeah, we know like all the potential potential songs that could be on Subtracts, but yeah, then potentially like the second version of Subtracts at the end of this year or early next year, but I'm not too sure when that's even coming out. The second version of Subtracts, but we need to really focus on the first version of Subtracts first, with the songs that I played at the church show back in October, and then that Jerry Bavin side project, potentially more side projects like a Number 7 collaborations project, or a Ed Times Fred Again project, R&B projects, and Irish folk album side projects, maybe a heavy metal side projects. That would be like, I do think after Subtract we could get some side project potentially for like maybe next year or 2025 or something. I don't know, guys. But it would be good. I always look to the future. I don't know why, guys. I don't know why. I always look to the future with everything that I've been talking about Subtracts for the last, I'm going to say 5 years already. 5 years I've been talking about Subtracts. I've always looked ahead to the future. Like, I remember where we was about to get Subtracts in 2021, but, Equals came out instead of Subtracts, and now we're waiting. I do think Subtracts is Ed's most anticipated album as of yet, pretty much. Because, yeah, like, I cannot wait for Subtracts, even though it's going to be pretty emotional. I'm still excited for Subtracts, the lo-fi acoustic album, which I cannot wait for. And then, like, that's why I loved about Equals, because there was so much happening in the Equals era. A very, very unpopular opinion, but I love Equals so much. Like, all the songs, the few songs that transition from each other, like from First Times to Bad Habits to the Joker and the Queen to Leave Your Life, and then Love in Slow Motion to Visiting Hours. Like, that's what I love about Equals. And then Ed said this before, where you're like, the beat right now does kind of loop back onto Tides, like, which I love so much about Equals. And the songs, even the smallest things about Equals, like with the instrumental, like the beats of each song, like the amalgamation of all the albums that Ed's done all together, like the sounds, like, I just love the sounds like of Equals. Even though I know people say it's overproduced, but I love Ed when it's overproduced. Like some songs from Divide, some songs from songs from Number 6, and then Equals as well. And I know we're gonna strip it back with Subtract, but I'm rambling. I'm rambling, guys. Pretty much, yes. Yeah, that's why I love Equals so much, because all the different sounds on the album, the drums of Tides, the dung 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 shivers, First Times, EDM of Bad Habits, the 80s drums on Overpass Graffiti, the piano and strings of the Joker and the Queen, and all the sounds, and then the 808s on the two-step, and then the sick beat on Stop the Rain, and then strip it back a little bit with Love in Slow Motion, and Visiting Hours, which is the most saddest song on the album, and then makes it happier with Sandman, and then Be Right Now, and then with the tour edition Afterglow, which I'd released back in December 2020, One Live, Penguins, which we won the film yesterday, which I love so much, guys. Like, One Live, Penguins, like, I thought I wouldn't like Penguins as much, but Penguins, I like the met her smoking a cigarette in her toilet cube, just Ed and his guitar. That's why I can't wait for Subtracts, guys, because it's literally going to be with Ed and his guitar, which, yeah, I cannot wait for Subtracts, sorry, like with Penguins acoustic. And then I Will Remember You, which I love so much. I'm not too sure who it's about. It's either about anyone, but which I love. About I Will Remember You, and then Welcome to the World is the most cutest song ever. Yeah, which is amazing. Like, all the little hidden details on Equals. And some of you guys might not think Celestial is a part of Equals, but in my opinion, Celestial fits pretty nicely with all the Equal songs. So, and even though it's the Pokemon collab Celestial, which I do think is still part of Equals, because yeah, and I do think in the long run, the two most impactful songs of Equals are going to be Bad Habits and Shivers with a mainstream audience, with a fan's perspective. The entire album, I think, that I just love Equals so much, and yeah, I don't think I'll ever get over Equals. And even though we're waiting for Subtracts now, all of Ed's albums are amazing. Like Multiply, like that was the first introduction, well, the first entire introduction of Ed that got me into a fan with Multiply, and then plus I heard the A-Team Lego House back in 2011. Yeah, pretty much, and then kept hearing Ed's music on the radio, and then Multiply, like that album Multiply. I love Multiply so much, and Plus and Divide, and yeah, I love all of Ed's albums. But yeah, guys, I love Ed's music so much. It means so much to me. And yeah, I do wish we would get a Subtracks announcement or a tease soon, very, very soon, or just surprise release the album out of nowhere, pretty much, yeah. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get as much stuff in 2023 like we did with 2022 and 2021, but, you know, at least we're getting Subtracks at least very soon. Well, I'm saying, well, very soon. It could come, I don't know, sometime this year. It might have changed plans for all we know. It might have changed plans of all we know, pretty much. And yeah, and if you guys enjoy this video of me just rambling along about stuff, like I don't really ramble as much. I've got no idea to ramble. I've got no idea of any videos. If you guys got any video suggestions that will work for Subtracks, please type them in the comments. Please, 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 I would appreciate it a lot. Like, what videos would you like me to do? Any type of video. Yeah. Well, mostly Ed related, but yeah. Yeah, guys. And if you guys enjoyed this video of me just rambling about stuff, hopefully we're getting Subtracks very, very soon. Well, I don't want to get my hopes up. Ed might have changed plans. Ed might have changed plans about stuff, and yeah. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.